All right, guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Grimsby at the end of the first season. This episode is going to be about just going through the team, how they performed, where they are now, where we want them to be. We're going to look at some of the transfers, some of the players that I didn't really get on with, which probably most of you, if you've watched the previous episodes, you'll know who I am and who I am not a fan of. We will go through, I think, only one transfer that came in as a freebie. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the last episode, but if you haven't already, check out the last episode where we do win the league. And also, I just give you some ideas of where we want the squad to be in there, and for you guys to put your transfer requests, or some players or somebody that you may have found who's doing well at the minute, say in League One, maybe League Two, or some of the other leagues that we're not quite following as in depth, that may be good for our team here in League One. So this episode we're going to do a quick season review. We'll go through all the players that are still here. Some of them are leaving. I'll go through that. Then we'll go to the squad hub. We'll go through the players that I've listed personally. And, if you don't agree with some of it, again, let me know in the comments. But if they go, they go. There's some that I will keep. There's some I'll tell you the ones that I thought of selling, but I thought no, because I think you guys will tell me they did play well when they were here. And I'll also let you know some of the players that have reached their potential. There is dynamic potential, but there could be room there to improve them. So, obviously starting off with the goalkeeping situation now. Christy Pimpay, 29. No goals, obviously. Clean sheets, 15. And an average rating of 7. Brendan Howard, who stepped in, is only 18, played 13 games. He had 7 clean sheets. So there's about the same. 29, 15's roughly half. 13 and 7, roughly half. But Brendan Howard played a bit better. I just found Christy Pim was dropping a bit. And when I checked their stats, Brendan Howard had better sort of ball control, handling. So I think moving forward, it makes sense to go with Brendan Howard until we find our new goalkeeper, which could happen in the next few episodes, possibly. Jaden Sweeney and Staunton. We started with Sweeney and we moved to Staunton. They both played 35 appearances each, with Jaden Sweeney and Staunton roughly about the same. There's a 0.1 in it. I did prefer Staunton, and I think he can be better. Again, Jaden Sweeney is 24 and he has reached his potential. I guess that's what they call it. Pretty good there. Not in the 7s, but, would have been nice to have had one of them. But again, I'm pretty happy with those two. I'm not really too interested in changing them at this stage. 5 centre-backs, because he's just come up, so we won't obviously include Barker in this. But Aidan Heaven on loan from Man United was pretty good, to say the least there. 74 rated. If I can keep him next year on loan, I will, and I don't want to get rid of McJanet. Sam Lavelle is leaving. He's up for transfer. I'm not sure if one's been agreed, but we'll get to that later. Cameron McJanet, again, the best centre-back, played better than Heaven in theory. Solid, loved using him, and we'll continue to use him. He's only 27. We'll continue to use him in League One. Doug Tharm, as we know, I would have tried to use him more if I'd not had Heaven. I probably could have done that a little bit better, I guess, but he is leaving. He didn't want to be it. And in the 19 games he played, he was actually worse than Sam Lavelle in his one game as an average, though he did have only 3. He did have 3 clean sheets in his 19 appearances and whatnot. But yeah, so bit of a shame with Doug Tharm. But again, that's football sometimes. Lee Barker is just been promoted from the youth academy, and he will be loaned out, or he will be a backup player, because we are obviously losing all 3 of these. So currently we do only have 2, unless we can get Heaven back on loan. So he'll be one to look for next year as we step up. Megwert was here on loan, and he'll be going back. He was literally here in case something happened to Warren, if he was getting tired legs. Played 5 games since January. He knew what he was here to do. He won't be good enough, and he won't be coming back. Warren, I'm happy to keep. I also believe he's reached his potential, so dynamic potential will take over on him. So we'll see what happens there, but we will be after a right back. Okay, on to the central midfielders. Oscar Hilton, I believe, is heading out on loan. He's one of our young lads. Turi, just not good enough, really. He obviously played well there in the one game he played, but with the team and the players that we had, I don't think he was going to get in. So made the decision to sell Turi, cash in on him. Kieran Green, now this was a difficult one here. I'll just move down a little bit so we can see the other options that we've got here. So obviously we got Devoy in on a free, which was absolutely brilliant. Even though it doesn't look like he played well here, we got him in on a freebie, and he's only 24. He's obviously really, really good. So Green then lost out to him in the second half of the season, so we could keep his potential going up. Green is obviously capped out now, only like 63 with dynamic potential. He played 6.7, so did Devoy. So really, I can't argue too much goal contribution wise. 1 and 2. Clean sheets means no different for me for a midfielder, but Kieran Green picking up 4 bookings, but basically identical over the team. So I was going to sell him, and I thought, you know what, I give him the benefit of the doubt for this year as a backup, so we don't get rid of too many players. I was also going to get rid of Jamie Walker. I think we still might do because of his value and his age. But Evan Curry is also only 23, but they're also saying he's capped out now where he is. Obviously, again, dynamic potential. So too sure now whether to drop Curry back as a backup in here, because we have signed another Cam. He's dropped down from League One or Championship down to us, and he was a free contract, so he's higher rated than Curry. But again, doesn't really mean anything. But yeah, he's in there. So Jamie Walker, I think we might be selling, but obviously Curry had a 7.6 season, and so did George. So itching whether to put them two into midfield and see how they go. Obviously, we played Henry Brown in on the left wing there to try and boost his attributes more than anything. Charles Vernon at 29. Brown's got 10 years on him. And they both played roughly about the same. Goals 6 and 5 or 7 and 5. So that sort of outweighs each other there. And again, they both played pretty good. So I'm going to continue to play Henry Brown on the left constantly. That's something I said I was going to do from the start once we'd sort of got established in the league and was doing well. If a bid comes in for Charles, I will accept it, and we'll look at maybe a youth player. We'll bring a youth winger up to play behind Brown, and we'll go from there with those guys. On the right wing now, you'll see that Zach has gone from a left winger to a cam, and now he's a right winger. So my thoughts is that he's 23 years old. He's 66 or 68 rated, somewhere around there now. And Amalazor I just couldn't get on with. And I was looking at the cams that I had and Jamie Walker, and I'm trying to devise up a plan here where I can not get rid of too many players to not spend any money. So Amalazor is up for sale, 100%. Can't get on with him. Thanks for coming. See you again. Even though he paid a 7.2 more than Burns, I just couldn't get on with him. So Burns, again, he's 23, and I believe he might have hit his potential. So we're hoping dynamic potential could just kick him on a bit more. And Zach Gilsonen, best name to say for me for some stupid reason, didn't play well when he did play. He played 26 games, look, more than Burns, and couldn't get on. So this will be his last chance. If an offer does come in for Gilsonen, and it's a good one, he might leave. He might leave. And then obviously here, I can't really change much. Cabia, in real life, he's better than what he is on this. I couldn't really get with him, but he played a 7.5 in an overall lot better than SOONSUP, which I think the play styles of them two just made it slightly different. So for me, I will keep these two. I was going to put him back to a right winger and then keep Cameron Gardner back. But Gilsonen's pretty good, and he's actually, like, again, reached his potential, and dynamic potential will take over there for Cabia. I can't really justify that, but with those going, that keeps 2 right wingers. That keeps 2 left wingers. You know, there's 2 cams here, and then there's 1, 2, 3, and possibly one more, which could, again, be Jamie Walker. I could keep him for another season, but I'm thinking of cashing in on him whilst we've got some money. So realistically, that's what I'm thinking. If we get any offers, considering, you know, the goals. So obviously appearance leader then, Cameron McJanet played 45 in the league. This is league only for League Two. 24 goals in the league. SOONSUP-BELL, George McEachran and Evan Curry with 10 assists each. Clean sheets was Tyrell Warren played more games than with clean sheets there. And the highest average rating was George and Curry. So I don't really want to get rid of them two because they played so well towards the end. And so did Jamie Walker. So I was thinking about leaving him as a cam, bringing Evan Curry back into central midfield. Okay, here's the squad hub. Here we are currently on the 29th of May, so just before the start of June. And I'll just walk you through the player statuses first and what's going on with them. And yeah, we'll just have a quick chat about them. So not too much stat-wise here because we already know who's done what. But Orton's gone up by 3 out on loan. And Megwa in on loan, he's going back. Rogers out on loan's gone up by 3. And Oliver Peters there, as you can see, has gone up by 4 to a 62 rated. And Gardner's gone up by 4 as well. So I think it might be important for looking at Cabia at 62 rated, who went up by 3. I think it might be worth keeping Cabia to play behind SOONSUP-BELL when he's tired legs again and send Gardner back out on loan. And hopefully he'll come back better than Cabia. And then we can cash in on Cabia next year. Obviously, we've spoken about Zaki 66 rated, 63. Yeah, just playing time and contract. I've tried to give all these people new contracts and stuff previously. Just did the ones that I could and will probably in the new season when it starts they'll want a bit more. So a couple of the loanees have gone up. They're doing really well. Obviously, these guys will just go back out on loan. Obviously, Curry, he's near enough nick in there. If we take a look at attributes, you can see that Curry's probably better. But again, he's maxed out nearly. So I'm not too sure. But again, I did say I wasn't going to worry so much about their overall numbers, but it does play a part. And Curry's not one that I like. I want to keep him, but I want him to understand that he's probably not going to play, every game. And I'd like him to be a backup, and I'd like to be able to call upon the Georges a bit later on in the career. They're only 25, like he's got plenty of time to go. So, yeah. So we'll just go back up here. So the statuses of those players that have been out on loan and coming back, we know about. So attributes, as you can see, Christy Pims maxed out, Sweeney, Lavelle, McJanet maxed out, Tharm maxed out, Warren, Green, George, Walker, Curry, Burnham, Amalazor, Burns, and Cabia. So I'm not expecting to see too much progression. I don't know what dynamic potential will do for these lads. That'll probably, again, kick in at the start of next season, which we will get to. I don't think we need much. I think we need to bolster the defence. I'm happy to keep Seb Orton at the club as a backup goalkeeper. So Pim is transfer listed. Sweeney is not. Staunton isn't. I've got it written down here, so I'll just go through it. So basically, short of 2 central defenders, a right back, a central midfielder, a right winger, which we've now established that I was going to put Cabia in, but I'm going to go with Gilson and keep Gilson. So I think that's probably the best option considering, what he is. He is on the transfer list. There could actually be offers, but financially, he's worth $1 million. So if I was to get that $1 million for him, I'm happy for him to go, and I'll fix something up. I'll make Cabia the right winger, and we'll keep Gardner. No problem. Happy with that. SOONSUP-BELL at 1.7. I don't want to let him go. He's not on a lot of money, but he does have 3 years here, so there's no problem there. So SOONSUP-BELL not going anywhere. Cabia, I've transfer listed him. I've completely forgot that I'd done some of this at the end of the other episode, so we better go through it. Gilstonen is also transfer listed. So I think Amalazor is transfer listed. So Gilstonen, I'm just going to view the offers. Yeah, 1.1 ongoing. So we do have a bid for him, considering how terrible he played. Cabia, I might just remove him for now. Walker has gone by the looks of it, because I can't do anything with him. So he's probably got a deal agreed. Turi is, and Hilton is going on loan, as I said before. So the rest of them are staying. Heaven, I just can't. There should be another approach to loan for a year. This should have been fixed by now. You can always agree another loan deal before they go back to their club. He's obviously on a lot of money, and I would like to be able to organise another loan for him. I'd be very happy to play Matt Janet and Heaven and sign one other centre-back and keep Barker here. Pim has some offers for him, and he will be going, and obviously they see accepted an ongoing and a ongoing. So if Gilson turns that down, we might keep him. But for now, we'll definitely hang on to Cabia. So we'll remove him from the list and we'll see what happens with these guys. In terms of transfers in the hub, there is obviously quite a lot that we've already spoken about there. So I've also gone through and deep dived and just picked out anybody that may have been pretty good. So Southwood could be a good backup goalkeeper, but I don't really want to pay the money for him because we don't need them. But if we do, then it means Seb could go out on loan again. So, but there is also the option to loan. You see, centre back, we can get another centre back in on loan, 70 rated. So there's plenty of options available to us. I still want to sign. I don't know where he's disappeared to. He was here somewhere. He'll probably be near the top. Yeah, Bindon. I'd like to get him in. Definitely a player I've been keeping my eye on. There's obviously a lot in here, and we will dissect it. Harry Clifton is someone I want to bring back as a backup player. Absolute perfect at 27 to just sit there for a bit until we get some of our other players through. George Hall I would like to buy, but he won't move at the moment. But he's somebody at 21, at 64 that could become really good. There's Kemp. Dan Kemp's coming in from Stevenage for 2,000 a week, more than some of the lads, but he was 1.8 to 2.4, so he signed for 2. So lots and lots of options here. Yeah, I guess it's just a case of some other lads here that did well for backup. Should we sell like Cabia or anything? Obviously, Mikey Moore at 75 rated. I think this kid is going to have to be somebody that we keep in the shortlist. It was a followers recommendation to sign, and I think this guy we will sign in the future. All right, I'll quickly update you in the youth academy here. As you can see, we've got 2 young goalkeepers here. This goalkeeper I think could be pretty good. He's only 15, and this is the other left winger I was thinking of bringing up if Vernon goes to play and learn behind Brown. So that's all for the youth academy, the transfers and the squad up. We've seen who's who in the zoo, who's played well, who I didn't get on with. So now we'll just flick through and I'll come back to you when there is any information. Oh, wages leaked. The wages of all your players has been leaked, creating tension in the dressing room. Keep an eye on your team in the upcoming weeks and make sure no further disruptions to their morale occur. So there we go. So there'll be some contract issues arise now, which I'll keep my eye on. So it's the 1st of June. And there we go. Geza David Torrey has gone to Action for 3.4. I know my contract is running out, but I'm not convinced if I should. Oh, should not. Helps if you read it. Should not. If I should renew, as I'm not happy with my current opportunities. Should my game time improve, I might consider. Well, I tell you what, lads. You 3 would be the ones that would only have 1 more year here anyway. In all honesty, I will accept Green as important. And if I don't play him, I don't play him. We'll sell him at the end. Amalazor has gone. Had over. That I am happy about. I am very happy about. Apparently 650. My agents only said 450. No wonder they took 500 straight off the bat. Kieran Green's come to me. Yeah. Show you're worth it. All right, we're just going to progress towards the end of the season and we'll see what happens when we get there. All right, so here is the end of the season then. We were first, obviously, in League 2. Round 3 of the FA Cup, round 2 of the EFL Cup, and we went out in the group stage in the Virtue Trophy. So yeah, all in all, a good first season. I think the second season will definitely be harder. Like I said, we're not going to go out and sign these 70 plus rated players. I can't even imagine us having, 3 or 4 million to even go and play with, to be fair. I think we'll be looking at just strengthening in numbers and see who plays well this year and see how the potential carries through from this year, which we'll see hopefully in a second. Rely on probably some youth academy lads to find some crackers. I think I'd rather put the money into the youth academy as well. And this will be Dan Kemp coming in, where they've removed all of the music. So it just sounds like it'd be nice if they could even just talk. All right, so here we go then, the 1st of July. Let's check the emails. Budget increase. 3.5. Okay, job opportunity. Don't want to go to Nuremberg. All right, so we're excited to remain at the club. Based on the savings against the budget, you're able to make the board directors decide to increase the budget 3.5 mil. let's have a look who we've got in the league. Please let Lincoln have stayed there. Lincoln and Doncaster. So Doncaster didn't go down. MK Dons came up, and Notts County, Wigan, Stockport in there. Reading, I think they were down there. Plymouth came down, and Oxford probably. Can't see who else was up there in the league. But again, this will definitely be a tough one. That's who we play this year, and our objectives are to fight for promotion in League One. So they think we've got a team good enough to be up there in the short term, and they want us to reach the round of 16 in the FA Cup. All right, so just going to check Squad Hub now. I don't think anybody's gone up and down with dynamic potential, because I think it happened on the second from memory. Cameron Gardner is back. I'm going to put him back up for loan straight away. We're going to keep these two. Amalazor will leave tomorrow. Rogers and Peters is back, so I'm not too sure what to do with these. We might have to keep somebody and move him back because he's going. I think I might move Curry back to midfield. And this is where the players should leave, come and go, and we should be able to see anything expired. And we should be able to go. Lilton leaves, Lavelle, pre-contract, which is Dan Kemp. There should be some dynamic potential, and let's see if there is. Sorry, that's the wrong. No dynamic potential. Kieran Green, Devoy's gone up to 69, so he's had a little bit of a boost there. Kemp, Curry, Rogers. So this is what I'm saying. Like, we could just do with one more. So realistically, that then leaves us with Dan Kemp and one of these guys. And attribute-wise, I think Rogers will go out on loan. We'll use Peters more. So Rogers will go on the loan list. I know that might sound a bit, but he's 65 and he's 67. So I'd rather send Rogers out on loan. Peters we will keep here, and he will be our backup. Brown, Vernon, which is fine. Burns and Gilson, that's fine. Cabia, SOONSUP, that's fine as strikers. Gardner will go out on loan. All right, so I just negotiated with a couple of players. Quite difficult. There's not many people that want to come. We managed to get a lad in on loan for a central midfielder. Here he is there. Jake Richards, 18 years old, loan to buy. So we tried to get Andrews. It's the only decent right back that I can get for one. They just wouldn't quite agree on the fee there. I also tried to just get... Don't even know what I'm trying to sign. Can't say his name. Atig Bayo. Otig Bag, something like that. 6'2", good physicals. All right, tried to get him for a bit less, and then they wanted George McEachran, and then I knackered up the money side of it, so that was no good. But also getting Simpson Poussey on loan, part of the Poussey Patrol, him on loan, and then we'll just sign one of the other lads and keep the other young lad there as a backup. So if not, we'll go for somebody else, but basically he was probably the best option money-wise. Yeah, and then this Richards, 63, he'll come on loan as a short loan, and then we'll sign him for 1 million. Should he agree? If not, George Hall will be the other lad that was interested in some of these lads just got ridiculous money. Here he is, the new member of the Poussey Patrol. He is in. Jamai Simpson at Poussey. I had to. I just couldn't help myself. Could not help myself, could I? So, obviously, we're paying a bit on his wages, I will be honest. We're paying 60% of his 30k wages, when some of our lads are on less than 1,000. With his name, I couldn't really turn it down. That will be our loanee central midfielder for 1 million. Jake Richards. Looking forward to seeing him get a bit better. He comes in from Luton on loan. We're covering 70% of his wages. 1 year, actually. So I thought it was... Oh, that was right. Short loan, I tried to. But 1 year. So that will be in at the end. And I'm assuming they would have taken the money for that now. 1.5 million for my mate, Gilson. Yes. Could not turn that down. Now, if he goes, he goes. We will definitely be replacing a right winger there. We've got a couple of offers in here, and Gardner, that's not a 2-year loan, it's 1 year loan. But just wanted to let you know, 1.5 million has been negotiated for Zach Gilson. So there's definitely room for improvement should he leave. And out goes Sweeney. We will now go and replace Sweeney with a new left back. To help Staunton. So Sweeney gone, but I think there's definitely room for improvement there. And that looks to be like Jack Gilsonen on his way out for 1.5 million. It's not. It's Christy Pym. Got it completely wrong. Pym's out. See you later. And here is Jack Gilsonen making his way, walked out, 1.5 million in Grimsby's pocket. Another cracking deal by Grimsby. They have been known to buy some players and sell them on for good profit, and this is one of them for sure. He did get a new deal, and then Turkey came in and said, hey, we can give him a new set of hair and some teeth and 1.5 million. And I said, brilliant, I'll take it. That is a cracking deal, and that means we'll get definitely a left back and a right back. That's good. That was the best deal we could got. Market value of 9. Yeah, dead happy with that. Cameron Gardner might stay, but we'll make some changes, and I'll get back to you. And some of that money has been spent. With Sweeney leaving, who I wasn't expecting to leave, we needed to act fast, as this was somebody on the shortlist and another club had come in for them. And I didn't really know what to do. There was a player I could have got for 900,000. They rejected that offer. So I went ahead with the left back from Reading, 18 years old, Garcia. This is an absolute quality side. I was not expecting to get this lad, but he is going to be awesome. He's definitely going to be better than Staunton, that is for sure. Andre Garcia joins us for 2 million from Reading, League One. 2 million's a lot of money, 67 rated. But I think that is one for the future, and he can play right wing should we need him. Nobody wanted to come in on loan, so that did open up a little bit of potential issues. Warren's not going to get much better, so we did get the boy from Young Boys. The young boy from Young Boys, Ryan Andrews, the English right back, comes in 1.8. I did try to get as best I could deal. I could at 1.5, but they wouldn't have it. They wanted 2.5 million. Good price, good player, 70 rated, and this significantly bumps up our defensive line. And here is just confirmation very quickly of Cameron Gardner going out on loan. So Cabia won't be going to right wing, so we'll definitely be getting a right winger or a left back. So that's just confirmation of that there. And we've just had a message from Kieran Green. He's seen the types of lads that are coming in, and he has told us that he doesn't believe that he will get the game time that he deserves, and he would like to move on. He has placed himself on the transfer list, and to be honest, we can only just thank him enough for that, to be fair. I was thinking the same with these lads that we do have in, and the fact that Hilton out on loan, he's already gone up by 1. Already gone up by 1. He's going to be coming in. And yeah, he's going to be absolutely brilliant for us once he's probably had this one season. So Green has done the right thing by the club. He's realised he isn't going to get the game time that he wants. And we thank him for that. And he will be moving on in the future. And here is our new young centre-back. For some reason, he wanted important, and I couldn't offer him like rotation. He's not going to play against the 2 that we've got. But for 500,000, he comes in and he's one for the future. Lucas Harrington from Brisbane Raw. Good, tall, got some pace on him. 500,000, considering where we're at. Yeah, apparently the best possible deal was 590, and we got him for 502% rise at the end. So 63 rated. He comes in to do the job that we need him to do, and we are now just looking for a right winger who I tried to get, and again, they were being a bit tough. Just this lad here, 18-year-old, 81 pace, 64 finishing, and good physicals at 73. Brooke Smith from Willerton Phoenix. Or maybe I'll leave that up to you guys. Let me know in the comments if you would prefer the possibility of Braga for 1.2 to play on the wing. This Sabudi even at 63 rated behind Burns. Brooke Smith, young lad. I do like the young lads. But yeah, if not, Braga's pretty good. We can definitely utilise him. Mikey Moore's just a bit too much. We could play him there, but yeah, let me know what you think. And this is just confirmation of, I think it was Arlo going out on loan. Yeah, Arlo Rogers has gone to Coventry City on loan. That will just get him boosted up ready for next year. Yeah, look forward to seeing what he comes back at. Use it or lose it. The club has decided that any remaining transfer budget will not carry over to next season and will be redirected towards other priorities. With 940,000 left, it's up to you to invest in the squad improvements before the season ends to strengthen the team. All right, so we have to make sure all of the transfer budget that we get has gone. I'm assuming we do get the money for some players should they come in. Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens. Try to get some money for Kieran Green. Could get much. But once we get to January, I'll be saving it there. So we're not far off. We just lost a friendly 2-1. To see if I could get some more money. And then I'll be holding off on the right winger position until you guys get back to me on this episode in a few days' time when it goes live. And Kieran Green has gone to Motor Lubin, Poland. Awesome stuff from him, to be fair. He was absolutely brilliant. But he realised that he couldn't give the club any more. And Kieran Green has departed for greener pastures. So cheers to Green. And a surprise deal has been signed by Red Star FC. Valued at 375,000. It was not expected to fetch more than 450. I just went straight in with the silly bet and said, if you can give me 650, you can have him. And they did. They accepted 650 for Cabia. Was not expecting that. He's not going to get much better than 62. So that deal is done. Vernon, I've got an ongoing 720. Not really bothered about getting rid of him here. I've well overpriced him. Again, if that goes through Plymouth, then fine. We'll bring up that young left winger. But Cabia potentially leaving. I will get back to you when he's gone. Or if he doesn't. And I believe Cabia has gone to Red Star. 650 for this guy. Was not expecting that. Not one bit. So that frees us up to buy another striker as well. Or bring Gardner back. I'll go and have a look and see what I can get. But obviously I've got to remember that money is a little bit tight. Even though we've sold a couple of players. Because we still do want a right winger as well. I think if we're going to sign the right winger, Claudio Bravo at 1.something million might not be the way to go. But I'll have a look and see what I can come up with. And I'll let you know what we're going to be missing very shortly. I don't think this will be more than... I think 650 is over. 650 is the best possible deal. I can't believe they accepted that. No way. But they have. And that works in our favour. All right, guys. I couldn't get a striker or a right winger over the line before the end of this episode. And obviously that brings us to the first game of the season where we have enough players. We have a team that we can have a go at so far. So just I'll look back at the previous comments in the videos that come up for any players related that have been mentioned for the positions that are needed. Right winger and an attacker. If not, I'll bring Cameron Gardner back as a backup for SOONSUP. I don't want to replace SOONSUP, so I don't want to replace him with somebody better than him. Ideally, I'm happy to wait for a young lad to come up, but there is also obviously potential that we won't find one. I was thinking of getting Claudio Bravo. We've got 1.8 million. He's 1.2. He could play right wing. He's just not very fast, and he's as good as SOONSUP as well. So if he comes, he needs to play. I'm not sure. So we'll leave Gardner out on loan for now. We can mess around with some of these other lads. Peters can also go on to right wing. We made him a cam, and I believe it was because he might have been a little tad bit slow yet, and he's not going to get much better up there. But off screen, I'll go through all the players and just do all of their positions, make sure we've got them training at the highest and the fastest that we possibly can. So thanks ever so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below what you think we could improve, who we could improve with. And when you come back, we will have the first game of the new season against Northampton Town. We do have to spend all of our transfer budget because we will not get it back. So I was hoping to try and sign the young right winger that was that Brooks Smith and Claudio Braga, whatever his name is. That might be it all. If not, we'll sign probably just Claudio Braga and maybe Harry Clifton. We haven't forgotten about him. So the calendar then for this month, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 games. We have Doncaster there. I think we might just do a little bit of transfer business, and we will probably go with Northampton at home. We'll play the first game. Rotherham away we'll probably sim Plymouth, and 100% we will be playing Doncaster. If not, we could end up playing all 3 there and 3 there and then doing January transfer window. Yeah, there we've got 5 games. So maybe we could snip into the cup there and then play 4. So we could do 4 and 3 in a transfer window. Let me know what you think. Thanks, everybody. I do appreciate all the love and support again. And take care. I'll see you soon. Cheers.